Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing an interesting video that I just thought of and just kind of wanted to do. This one is going to be kind of like my cell thing where I go over kind of half what if, half discussion type of video, so if you like those videos, kind of stick around and watch it. I do want to say one thing real quick since I don't know if this is going to be my last video of this month or I'm going to post another what if, but I do want to say that we are coming up on a year of the channel. I just want to say thank you for getting me here at this point in time. I did not imagine being near 300 subscribers, and I hope once I get a couple more videos out, more subscribers will come in over time. So the anniversary is on March 6th. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know if it's going to be earlier. I don't know if it's going to be later, but that will be the day when we hit a year. Enough rambling, and hopefully this turns out well. I'm sure everyone just wants to get into the video. By the way, for those of you that stick around and listen to this part, I really do appreciate you, and let's get into this video about what if Gohan had mastered more forms. So whether you were born in the 90s, 80s, or 2000s, we've all seen Gohan in his several forms and strengths. From his highs in Z, to his lows in Z, to his super lows in super, we've all seen it. At least if you watch the anime. I don't read the manga, so I don't know what's in that. I already did a video on how we could improve on Gohan and how he could be better. It didn't get many views, but I do think it was a decent video for what it was. So yeah, a lot of the basic concepts here will be mentioned in that video, and I won't go too in-depth on them, so if you want something more in-depth, that'll probably be something you want to watch. We will be covering several things here and going over several different arcs and stuff, but two core concepts will be covered here. One will be Gohan learning Super Saiyan 3, and the other will be Gohan learning the God forms. Each will have their own little explanations and how this will work and how they develop over time. Of course, we're not discussing everything. This is not a regular what if, and if you do want a series like that, you can say so in the comments below. For now, I would just be using regular discussion stuff instead of what if stuff and just going vaguely over events. I'm sure we all understand the concepts by now. We've done this video over different topics, different points in time, so let's just get into it. So Gohan trying to learn Super Saiyan 3 is pretty simple. All you need to do is try and change how he acts and how he trains during the Cell to the Buu arc. Gohan is just more advanced and he's way stronger, and by now he's fully mastered Super Saiyan 2. So basically his Super Saiyan 2 would be his main Super Saiyan form. Meaning that you have a Gohan that understands his role as Earth's protector and he takes it very seriously. Now that that is established, let's go into how things happened before and during the Buu events. Gohan may still become Great Saiyan Man, but it will be much harder for him to properly fight crime with how strong he is. The events with Videl would probably still happen the same, but obviously they would play out a little differently. Once we get to the tournament, Goku would come back and be pretty proud of how strong his son would have gotten. I'm going to say this now as be quite a trend during this what if, that Gohan will be way stronger than Goku in pure power, and Goku would be stronger just in raw strength and ability. Gohan's stronger attacks are fueled by his potential, and Goku just uses his regular tactics and strength. Now when it comes times for Gohan to be absorbed with his power, it's much harder to hold him, but he still gets absorbed and it's much more power than it would have been in canon. Gohan would be more focused on trying to prevent Buu's awakening and trying to defeat Babidi's minions. Once they get into the ship and they start fighting, one crucial thing that could happen here is Gohan does not take so long to take out Dabura. With Gohan taking out Dabura with a mastered Super Saiyan 2 form, Vegeta would not have turned Majin because his pride would not have been hurt over the battle. He would not feel the need to be stronger because Gohan would have been weaker. He would have been perfectly fine with what would have been happening. No Majin Vegeta means things are different here, and obviously no Goku fight or Vegeta sacrifice. But we're not going over those entirely because that would change the story way too much. What we are focused on is what will happen with Gohan and how Gohan will interact with the stories coming up. That will lead us to Buu and his awakening, in which the three Saiyans will probably work together and be frustrated over his regeneration abilities. Vegeta may attempt some sort of final sacrifice thing, but Goku may talk him out of it in the end. Ultimately, I can see one of two things happening here. Either the three use their combined powers to defeat Boo and finally get rid of him, or at least pacify him and make sure he's not a threat anymore and make sure Babidi isn't a problem to manipulate him further. The other one is that Gohan turned Super Saiyan 3 during this fight, leading to a desperation attack by all three Saiyans entirely. Meanwhile, afterwards, Babidi is gone, meaning Boo isn't a problem either way, whether he's alive or he's dead. There are several consequences here, like the relevancy of Goten and Trunks, but that's really not part of the story, but that would be involved in a wider what if I created one. There's two situations here involving Goku. One, he's revived by the Kais due to his involvement in beating Boo, or two, he remains dead and the story remains as it was. Now, whether Gohan gets Super Saiyan 3 during the fight or not, he definitely does get it or advance it further by training with Goku, Vegeta, or both. And from here on out, the only timeline at which things actually change is the one in which Goku is alive, in which Fears goes straight to Earth, and those events just get fast forwarded. Also, we probably have stronger base form Goku and Vegeta since they didn't fuse and they do not know that fusion is that strong of an option. Now, talking about Ultimate, which is Gohan's big form during the Buu saga, this might happen later on a different time before Super. Gohan could ask Kami if he could go train with the Kais, and he may be able to, leading to him training with the Sea Sword like usual, and Goku may come along as well because he likes training and everything could happen as usual. I did lay out a bunch of situations there, and like I said, if you want that to become a full what if, just say so in the comments, but I'm going to move on to the other situation now. One is going to be separate from the other, as this one is going to be focusing on Gohan learning the God forms instead. Now this one is a lot more straightforward, as we just go through the timeline of Super up until the point where Goku and Vegeta start training with Whis and Beerus. Whis and Beerus end up improving Goku and Vegeta so much that Gohan decides to take his training more seriously, and he trains with Piccolo and gets stronger. Gohan would actually ask Whis one day if he could train with him Goku and Vegeta, and he would tell him yes, leading to on and off training with Planet Beerus, where he would end up learning the basics of God Ki. After a couple weeks of training, Gohan may get enough God Ki to unlock Super Saiyan God, and he'll start training with Goku and Vegeta. During this training, you would see the usual stuff that would happen in the anime, and all that would happen with Gohan involved. With Gohan going back to Earth to be with his family and do his job, of course. This would lead me into the final arc that I am going to explain, the resurrection of Frieza. Gohan would be on Earth during this point, and he would be way stronger than usual with Super Saiyan God at his disposal. Now, considering his seriousness when it comes to threats that threaten his family and Earth, he would not take Frieza lightly, meaning he may go God form right away, and this would lead to a tough battle for Frieza. Now, in regular Super, he didn't actually fight Frieza, he just got destroyed really easily due to his lack of training, which is really lazy writing in my opinion, and I will always dog on that moment every time I get the chance because it's such a dumb moment to do. Gohan would do some damage, but Frieza was contending with Super Saiyan Blue in his fight with Goku and Vegeta, so Gohan would not win. But he would not get wounded at all during this fight, just simply tiring out of his God form. And he would have stalled enough conveniently for Goku and Vegeta to arrive, leading to what we know, or maybe a slight variation of what happened during the events of that fight. You can see how he would evolve based on what has happened so far. He would go Super Saiyan Blue and maybe evolution based on how you'd want to take it. Beasts could still happen, but it may not be the beasts we know. It may be something infused with God Ki or Super Saiyan form instead. Maybe it's a different mix of God Ki, Super Saiyan, and Ultimate instead of the form we know today. Either way, all the way up to the current Super timeline, we would see Gohan being in the top 3 of all most powerful Saiyans. If I had to rank them, I'd probably rank them as Goku, Gohan, and then Broly. It may be Gohan over Goku depending on how you want to go over how his power works in this hypothetical situation. Either way guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was fun to do, and give it a like and subscribe if you want to. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one, and I am out.